Hello students, good afternoon all, and welcome to SolidWorks online training program at SciCAD Center. And my name is Setu Nandanya, and I am a Autodesk PTC and Dassault certified instructor. Right? And let me continue our session from directly from the software. So here I am sharing you my software screen. I hope it is visible now. And also our assignment screen. So please confirm that both the screens are visible now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
in this assignment, see, we have one object, and actually all the dimensions are given over here, but it's a little confusing to understand it. So let me begin with this section view. So if you notice over here that we have a 30 diameter, 24 diameter over here, and the overall dimensions that we need to find first. So 32 diameter section CC is given over here, and section BB is also given over here. So let me check from where this section are coming from. So this section CC is over here, from here, right? So this small pipe having 32 OD and 24 ID. Okay. So what is the thickness of this pipe? Whatever thickness it is, what we have to do. And the next section BB is taken from here. Okay. So the thickness of this pipe, outer diameter of this pipe is 38. Fine. And the height of 49. So we will begin with this pipe with 38 OD and 30 ID, right? We will begin with this center piece, this center pipe. And just a minute, let me open my actual drawing, because I have one, so it will be easier for you to understand. Okay, so here we have, right, this same drawing we have. Now it is visible to all of you. So here we have 38 diameter on this pipe, this one, and 32 diameter on this horizontal pipe. So first of all, we will create vertical pipe who have 49 height. So let me do that first. So go to the SolidWorks, and here start with the extrusion on the top plane. So go to the feature extrusion on the top plane, and here we have 38 diameter and 30 diameter. So this is 38, okay, and this should be 30. Finish it and provide a height 49 and take it from the mid plane. Hit OK. So this is my vertical pipe, right? and then our horizontal pipe, that's actually from the center, right? It is from the center. Okay. And the horizontal gap from the center is 60.5. So here we need to create one plane. So take a reference plane from the right plane and 60.5. Okay, and from here we will sketch. So create sketch, control 8, and the diameter is 32. So here 32 mm. Finish it and extrude it up to the next, so like this. Okay, and do extrusion cut again on this face, control 8, and what is the id is 24. Okay,
20.
hello. And this will also go up to next. Okay, so that's it, we did it, right? And now we need to create is the top plate, the side plate, and the bottom plate. These three plates we need to create. So we will start with this side plate. Okay, so the dimension of that plate is over here. So first of all, we have 48 diameter bigger circle, then two small circle with 50 gap, and the 10 radius, and this hole is 8 diameter, and angle is 86, 68. Okay, so click on the extrusion on this face, control 8, and here we have one bigger circle like this. A small circle should be over here of 8 diameter, one over here, and dimension between these two is 50 and from here it's 25 and the diameter of this is 49 right? And this one and this one all should be horizontal. This one is 8 diameter, and this circle and this circle are equal. Okay, now we have two more circles here and here with 10 radius, right? So the diameter is 20 and this one is also going to equal. So this one and this one are equal. So just check it once, it is all right or not. So we have 48 diameter and the rest of the thing is right. So this is not 49, this is 48, which is fine. Now create one line from this to this circle. Make sure it should be tangent. If you are not getting that tangent point, it is also fine. Just click it and then edit yourself tangent, this line and this circle tangent, right? And if you want to mirror it, then create a construction line. If you don't like to create that new one, then you can use mirror tool also. So this line is also for the construction. Now select this, go to the mirror, and about to mirror is this one. Okay, now again select this one and this one, mirror it, about to mirror this one. Okay, now trim that part that we actually don't need. And this becomes over-defined drawing, right? So we need to remove something. So this is fine now. This and this should be tangent, and this should be tangent. So now it is fine. We have a complete fully defined drawing. Convert this center hole into it and finish it. And find the thickness, and that thickness should be inside. So we need to calculate it from here. It's a 51.5 and this is 60.5, and actually I don't like to calculate, so we will add 60.5. What is that? 5. Okay, so 60.5 minus 51.5, so it will be 8.5 or 9 mm, right? Flip it inside and hit OK. Now we have to do couple of cuts over here. Send assignment like this, sir, with color. Actually, I haven't created this assignment. That's actually not done by me. Right? If it is done by me, then it will be colorful. Yes, is there any question? Okay, now we have 36 mm diameter slot of 5 mm. If you don't have any question, then please mute yourself, so my voice will be clear to you all, right? 36 finish and 5 mm depth. Okay, so that's it. Like this you have to do on top and on bottom. That's it. This is your part. Right? So on the top we have this type of flange, and on the bottom we have this type of flange, this one. Nothing else is complicated over here. So I hope you get your answer, right? Okay, one is I am unable to read the diagram. Please help me with that. Okay, but it's not a task for one day. You must have some knowledge regarding our engineering graphics subject, right? Then don't worry. I don't know how to find which one is which view. Okay, no problem. See, whenever you check your drawing, right? For example, this is my drawing. So these all are the views, right? But all your views are going to intersect with each other. So just see over here, we have if we draw our line connecting these two views, so we have line like this, and if we connect this view, so this line like this. So wherever this line is going to cross, you have to consider that this view is your front view. Okay, so that this is the first assumption that you have to do. This is your front view. Clear? So that's my front view.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
Yes, sir.
now check the angle method. Which type of angle projection method we have? We have third angle projection. That means on the right side we have right view and on the left side we have left view. This is again cleared. So now on the right side means here we have right view. So this view is viewing from this direction. So whatever these plates have is in front of us in this view. Whatever this face have is front of us in the top view. So in this view. And whatever we have over here in the bottom is in front of us over here. Right? So these are the view. So if you want to view what is on the top face here, then you have to view this drawing, right? So this thing we have is this one, right? And this thing we have is this one. And this right side thing we have is this one. So in this way, these are the our views. So first you have to clear everything in your mind that which are the views we have. Now about section view. So in the section view, it is written over here that this is section AA, right? So find out AA plus first. Where is AA? See over here it is written that this is AA. So when you are going to cut this object from here like this, so it will be look like this. So view it from isometric view. So we actually have created a cut from here like this, right? Then here we have section BB. Find out where is BB written. Here it is B and B, right? And this is our top view from the top, and we actually cut it like this. So this is our section like this. So this is our section BB. This is our section AA from this position and from this position. Then section C. Where is section C? It is again here C, section C. So it is from the top view again, but not at the center. It is somewhere here. So these are the positions where we have these three sections. So in this way, first you have to understand each and everything that exactly what this drawing needs to represent, right? What this drawing want to tell us about which area, about which component, that you have to understand first. So I hope this will take some time to understand, okay? But you have to practice it with the many more models. Sir, I tried to sweeping the
Okay,
middle
sir.
pipe junction but couldn't do it. Swapping middle pipe junction but couldn't do it. It says select multiple entities. See, this is not our sweep geometry that I have created in front of you. You have to use extrusion tool. Okay. So I hope now all the doubts are cleared, and this is your today's assignment. These are the components. I don't know why it is. Okay. So let we continue our today's class, and today we are going to learn about patterns. See, so in the SolidWorks software we have many types of patterns to get the number of copies, sequential copies of any feature. For example, we have a extrusion tool on this plane. So let's say 100 by 200, finish it, and the height should be 50. Okay. And now let's have one more feature, again extrusion. So this extrusion, these all extrusion are known as feature. What we call that feature, right? So this is 10 mm and finish, and height should be 25. So this is body, this is our entire solid, but this single cylinder is known as feature, that is extrude 2, right? This extrude 1 is a feature, this extrude 2 is a feature, right? Because it comes from the features. Now for example, I want to create many more copies of this feature extrude 2. So for that we have patterns, and the first pattern is linear pattern. So select your feature first, then go to the linear pattern. It will directly give you a patterns of your selected object. So there will be no confusion where to select which thing, right? So first select your object, then go to the pattern. It will give you a direct solution. Now in the linear pattern we have to provide two direction. Direction 1, that means in which direction we want to copy this object. So I am specifying this one, that this edge is my direction. So in this direction I want copy. So see, we have one copy over here, and you can increase the gap between that both copy by this distance, right? 30 mm, 20 mm, or you can write your values. And also number of copies, that I want 5 copies, so you can increase it. You can flip it. For example, you want this in this direction, so flip it. So this is on this side, flip it on that side, right? So this is in one direction. Same way, if you go with the direction 2, click it. So this is our second direction, but we are not getting any copy because we have only one copy over here. See, in the direction 2 we have number of copy 1, that means we have only one object. So let me increase that to 3, so you will get the other copies, right? So these are the previews, and this is the spacing. So I want 5 copies in this direction and 3 copies in this direction, then hit OK. So in this way you will get a linear pattern. Clear it is? It is clear or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let me discuss a little in detail. Okay. So again, let me go inside this extrusion, linear pattern. So at the bottom here we have 3 types of selection. See, features and face, and third one is bodies. So if you want to create a pattern for your entire object, then and then you have to use this bodies option, right? If you want to pattern your entire object, then and then you have to use bodies option. Otherwise you have to use feature option. So in the this first box is feature selection, where our extrusion 2 is there. See, boss extrude 2, right? And if you are working with the surface, then go for the here. So this is for the surface pattern. So if you are working with the surface bodies, then if you want a pattern of that surface bodies, then go over here, right? But you have to select always in the feature, because we are working in solid mode and in the part file. Then next we have instance to skip. This is again a very important thing. See, we have this much copies, but I don't want this one and this one. These two I don't need. So how to skip it? So for that, go to the instance skip, and you will get this pink dots on that object. Just click on that, so it will be disabled. If you want to uh, if you want to get that back, then just again click on that, right, and hit OK. So this is our linear pattern, first pattern, right? Sorry. Then next we have a circular pattern. For the circular pattern, you need one axis like a revolve axis, okay? But over here we do not have any kind of axis. So let me create a cylindrical object first. So I'm going to delete this pattern, and going to create one circular object. Okay. So we will use this circular face as my revolving face, right? My axis of revolution. So select your feature that you want a pattern, right? And then go to the pattern. Otherwise, let me deselect that. First go to the pattern, circular pattern we have. See, we have many more patterns. We will discuss each of them, right? Here we have circular. So here you need to provide the direction, and for the direction you have to choose axis or a cylindrical face. Right, so here we have cylindrical face. So now my copy is will all around this face. Okay, now what we have to copy, so that you have to select in feature. So go to the feature and select this, so you will get a preview like this. See, we have 6 copies in 360. You can increase number of copies. You can provide the angle that I want to copies in 180 degree or 270 degree, right? I want copies from this side, so you can change your direction also. So these are the options we have. Let me go with the 360 degree full round, and also we have a option for skip. So go with the instance and skip, and I want to keep this 2 and remove this third, then these 2 and remove this one, then these are the 2 and this one, these are the 2 and this one. So in this way I want to pattern. So this is my circular pattern, right? Then next we have mirror. So mirror, that we will discuss, let me discuss. So for the mirror, I am creating one object over here. Now mirror is also one type of pattern, and to create that you need a mirror plane. Right, so we already learned how to create different types of plane, but this time I will use this right plane as my mirror plane. Okay, so this right plane we will use as a mirror plane, and this is my mirror object. So mirror you will get from here also, and in the ribbon over here also we have mirror. So click on that. We have only two things over here to select. First one is mirror face, and this one, and feature is this one, and hit OK, and you will get a mirror of that object from that plane, right? So this is your mirror function. Clear it is? Good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, any doubt? Okay,
No, sir.
No, sir.
good. Then next we have other patterns that we generally don't use, but they are useful. And which are they? So next we have a curve driven pattern. So for the curve driven pattern, actually if you know about AutoCAD, then we have a path pattern over there, right? Path array. So same way we
Path
have,
array. Yes, sir. Path array.
yes, path array we have in the AutoCAD. So similarly we have a curve driven pattern over here. So first we have to sketch one curve. So here I am going to draw one curve from my object, and for example I want a copy in this curve, right? So this is my curve, and I want a copy of this feature on this curve. So finish this sketch and go to the feature, sorry, curve driven pattern. In the direction specify this curve, and in the feature this object. So here we have a copy. Now the gap you can adjust it from here, and number of copies, right? But if you want to divide this line equally, then we have equal spacing option. So if you click on the equal spacing, it will spread all around the curve equally. Now let's say I want 15 copies, so it will divide equally that line with the 15 copies, right? For example, you want 20 copies, so that line will divide in 20 divisions for these copies automatically. If you specify individual spacing, like I want 25 mm, right, then number of copies will decide how many copies you can place, right? So in this way it will work. Also we have a skip option. If you want to skip after every 3 instants, like this, right? This type of thing you want, then you can. Sir, where are we gonna use convert entities? Convert entities is a option in the sketch that we use to take a projection. See, here I am choosing sketch on this face, right? Control 8. Now I want a projection of this line. So click on convert entities, select this line and hit OK. So it will create one line for you. Just orbit it. See this projection we have. So you can use for anything, whatever things projections you want. I want a projection of this curve. Hit OK. So see, we have that curve in our current work plane. I want to convert this edge, then hit OK. So you will get a projection of that also, right? So you can use this as a sketch, right? So to take a projection, we generally use convert entities. Okay. So yes, that is we have a curve driven pattern. The next pattern we have is sketch driven pattern. So what is the difference between curve driven pattern and sketch driven pattern? So in the sketch driven pattern, you also need one sketch. I hope I am clearly audible to you all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So here I am placing some points. See, these are the points I have. And wherever you place these points, you can provide the dimension also, right? That you know how to provide the dimensions. Horizontal and vertical, two dimensions you need to provide. Okay, so in this way you can provide a dimension for each and every points and then finish your sketch. So this is your sketch and you want a copy of this feature at these points, right? So for that we have a sketch driven pattern. So go to the pattern, sketch driven pattern, and sketch is this one, feature is this one. So your copy will be at every point. Understood? But one more thing over here that you have to notice, and that is we do not have that skip option. So you are not able to skip any point from here. But it is quite simple. If you want to remove this solid, right, this copy, then just go to the sketch
Delete the sketch.
and delete that
Yes,
point,
sir.
right? So that is why we do
Point.
not have that instant to skip option. It is clear now. Then next we have a table driven pattern, fill pattern, and variable pattern. So these are the patterns we have. So let we discuss table driven pattern. See, for the table pattern, you have some knowledge regarding your coordinate system, right? X comma y comma z, that you have some knowledge. You must have some knowledge about that. How this coordinate system works, that you should have. And also we need to create our custom coordinate system over here first, right? So let we create our coordinate system first. So I'm going to delete this pattern, delete, yeah, okay. So for the table pattern, go to the reference geometry, click on the coordinate system. We need to create one coordinate system. Now coordinate system I want to place on this point, right? So this is my origin point. Then x axis, in this direction, y-axis in this direction, and make sure that this is positive x and this is positive y, but my y direction is this in this, right? So flip it. So now see, we have x, positive x here, positive y here, and positive z on top. So this is correct. So hit OK. So this is my coordinate system, right? My local coordinate system. You can say coordinate system 1. And with the help of this coordinate system, we will provide an address for the new copy. So now go to the table pattern. Actually clear about this coordinate system, how to create it, right? It is very simple. Go to reference geometry, coordinate system, provide point and two axes, and check it is proper or not, right? So now go to the table driven pattern. So here don't panic. We have so many different types of arrangement we have, but everything is similar over here with our previous one. See, we have three box: feature to copy, face to copy, and bodies to copy. And you all know that what is body, what is face, and what is feature, right? And we generally work with the feature only. So click on the features to copy and select your object, whatever feature you want to copy. So I want to copy this extrusion 2, right? And here you need to specify your coordinate system. So my coordinate system is this one. So the initial coordinate, see the point 0, this is your initial coordinate. And let me turn it onto the top view so you can view it from the x and y only. Okay, so now see, this is our x axis, this is our y axis, and this is our object, and the current coordinate of this object is in x we have 56.39, in the y we have 50. So this is the current position, and the next position whatever you are going to provide over here, he will put one copy over there. So double click on this. So see 0 0, so we have this copy. Let me enter something, 15 15. So we have one copy at 15 comma 15 at this position. Next copy 50 and 15. So see, in the x 50 mm, in the y 15. So over here we have next copy. Next we want 50 30. So 50 comma 30 in the y. Then next we want 75 comma 30. So from here in the x 75 mm, in the y 30 mm, right? So in this way you have to provide the address where you want to place your point. Then hit OK, and that will create a number of copies for you. It is clear now how to use table pattern.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And now we have two more patterns at the end, and that is our fill pattern and variable pattern. So let me discuss this variable pattern first. Okay. So for the variable pattern, we need to create a fully defined geometry first. So in the sketch, we are going to fully define this sketch, because see, not trim, so smart dimension. you will get the exact idea why we need this fully defined sketch, right, when we work with that. So this is 20, and let me take this is 15, so we have a different value, and 10 diameter, and whatever height we have, right? So here we have a fully defined geometry. Okay, so now go to the patterns, go to the variable pattern. Now focus over here, okay, because here there are so many things which is different than compared to other patterns. So here we have to create our manual table first for the dimensions, and then we can input our new values. See, click on the variable pattern, and here you have to directly select your feature. So I am selecting this one, right? So here we have all the dimensions are visible now, right? As we click on this feature, these all dimensions are in front of us now. So now click on the create pattern table, and now add your uh, dimensions that you want to change. So I want to change the position in horizontal. So see, one column is added. Then I want to change the position of vertical dimension. So this again one more column added. Then I also want to change this diameter, and then I also want to change this height. So whatever dimensions you want to change, just select it. It will create a individual columns over here, right? If you haven't provided that dimension, so you are not able to select it. So that's why I told you to create a fully defined sketch. Now, so this is our initial setting. Now where we want a copy. So click on this add instant. So it will add one row, right? And here this object should be in X 40 mm, in Y 20 mm, diameter I want 15 mm, height I want 40 mm, right? So these are the new values, and you will get that type of geometry over here with these values. Let we add one more. This we want at 60. The x value, y value should be 30, diameter should be 20, and height should be 50. One more. And the x 75, and the y we want 50, and will we get preview if we use these options? Yes, you will get, but after you finish this table. And 30 mm diameter we want, and height should be 75. Now you need to click on this update preview. As you click on that, you will get that 1 2 we have. Why this is skipped? Okay, so this is our preview. Sir, if diameter and distance change, will the object merge? No, that's why that is going to skip. If your object is going to clash, then it will create a skip. You should try it, that thing. Let me go with the 60. See, that object is going to skip automatically, right? Whatever object is going to intersect with the other object is going to automatically skip. So that's why I increase this value. So finish this and hit OK, and you will get that type of copies. So this is again a dynamic one, right? You can create a multiple objects once you sketch it. So this is a very good variable pattern we have in our newer version. If you are working in 2015 or 16, then you will not find this option over there.
Hello.
What is this? Hello, is
Yes,
there
मैम
any question?
मैम मैं इसी नंबर से किया था लेकिन वो मिसअंडरस्टैंड से गलत हो चुका।
किसी का
हाँ
माइक
मैंने कर
गलती
दिया
से
था क्योंकि
चालू
मुझे
रह गया है।
यहाँ से चेन्नई से राजस्थान का करना था। मैंने बाय मिस्टेक राजस्थान से चेन्नई कर दिया।
आई थिंक महावीर सिंह का माइक ऑन रह गया है।
मैंने फोन किया था तो बोला था करेक्शन के लिए कोई ऑप्शन नहीं।
चलिए, यस, fill pattern. We will not forget that fill pattern, don't worry. Okay, so let me delete all these things and go to the fill pattern. So for the fill pattern, let me create one extrusion cut for this time. Okay, extrusion cut at here, and the diameter should be 5 mm, and finish it and go through all. Now create one sketch. Let we have a hexagon. Okay, now see, I want a number of copies of this hole inside this sketch. So that is known as fill pattern, right? So go to the patterns. Here we have fill pattern. Select your boundary over here. So this is my boundary, and select your feature. So this is my feature, and you will get this type of automatic arrangement. View it from top, so it will be easier for you to understand. So these are the copies we have, and total number of copies is 37 over here, right? And this pattern is known as perforation pattern. What is called perforation pattern. Other patterns also we have. This is a circular one, this is a square pattern, and a polygonal pattern. Sorry, this is polygonal. Yes, it is polygonal pattern. So these are the 4 types of patterns we have. Let me discuss about this perforation pattern. In the perforation pattern, you will get 6 element around every element at equal spacing, right? You will get 6 element around every object. So that pattern is known as perforation pattern. Generally, perforation pattern carries 60-degree angle. If you turn it to the 45-degree, you will get a square pattern, right? So this is not a perforation pattern. Perforation pattern only carries 60-degree angle, this one, right? And here we have a gap between two objects. So let me decrease that 7.5.
చేశాను చేసి క్లయింట్ ఛానల్ లో ఉంది ఆ పీడిఎఫ్ అటాచ్ అవ్వట్లేదు.
Please mute your mic. Someone is there. Hello.
ఒక్క నిమిషం.
Please.
అవును.
Okay. So now see, this is a gap between two subsequent. Okay. So if you are measuring from here to here, center to center, so this is our 7.5. And also this one 3 mm, that is a minimum gap from our boundary, right? So if you type it 0, and still we do not have anything. Okay, so see here I changed my dimension to 8. So for example, due to any reason I want a minimum gap over here, at least 5 mm, right? So I want that. So if you type it over here that I want a minimum spacing of 5 mm from the boundary, so whatever objects are closer than that dimension will be removed, right? So that is why the outer line is removed, because the entire copy is closer than 5 mm. So this is the offset we can say from our boundary. Let me type it 0. And also we have instance keep option. So for example, I want to for example, this is our drainage line disc, and I want to place some fastener over here. So some screw I want to place it over here and over here. So for that reason I remove that copies, so I can use that area for my fixtures, right? And hit OK, and you will get this pattern. So that's why this pattern is known as fill pattern. Let we have other patterns inside this fill pattern, other arrangement. So view it from the top and clear this selection and go to the second one. This is circular. So here decrease this value, so you will get the exact thing. See, here you need to provide two values. One is your radius and one is the spacing between two. So this is a spacing between two and this one is the radius. So let's say 8 mm radius. So in this way you will get a circular copies. So this arrangement we have. Gap from the boundary 5 mm. So the outer ring is removed. Then this is a square pattern and it is actually just a square pattern, nothing else. And at the last we have polygonal, but here nothing is like polygon. So decrease the number of side. Let we have 3 sides. So you will get the idea that we have 3 jaw over here. See 1, 2 and 3 lines, right? But actually this is not 3 lines. These are the 3 polygons like this. A triangle, then one more triangle, then one more triangle. In this way we have. See, if you increase, you will get a square, one more square, but in the pentagon you will get exact idea. Let me take 14. Okay, so now you will get the exact idea how this polygonal works. See, this polygon pattern, we have pentagon, right? So in this way this pattern works. So this is our perforation pattern, and hit OK to finish it. Extrude cut with this sketch through all, flip, OK. Yes, you can use any pattern with any feature. See, I have shown you this thing with the extrude cut. That doesn't mean that this will work with the extrude cut only. This will work with all the features. Which are the features? See, everything that available over here in this tab is known as feature. If you have revolving object, still it works. If you have a swept object, still it works. Lofted object, still it will be useful. Okay, so it is not necessary to use it with the extrude cut only. Okay, so I hope you all are clear now with the patterns, all the types of pattern. Let we have a quick revision. First we have linear pattern to create into directional pattern, right? Direction 1, direction 2. Then we have circular pattern. For that you need a axis or a cylindrical face to create that copy. Then we have mirror, and for that you need one plane, right? Then we have curve driven pattern. So in the curve driven pattern you need one sketch with one curve, so your feature will follow that curve. Then we have sketch driven pattern. For the sketch driven you need a sketch with so many points. Wherever you want a copy you need a sketch with that point, right? Then next we have table pattern. For the table pattern we need a coordinate system, local coordinate system and object, and with the help of coordinates we can place our new object. Then we discuss fill pattern. So you can create this geometry. So if you have a computer system, just look at back at the cooling area of your fan. You will find so many holes on your plate, right? So that's the example of fill pattern. If you are sitting on plastic chair, so on the your back support you will get some kind of pattern over there, right? So that is also a fill pattern. In your hair dryer or so many plastic parts are there where we have some kind of air openings, so that all are made with the fill pattern. Then we have variable pattern, a very unique options we have and a very unique facility we have, right? So these are the patterns we have. Now we have only one topic remaining, which is wrap. So wrap is the very important tool for the mold creation purpose and also for the text placement purpose. See, sometimes many times whenever you see a plastic product, there must be some kind of text written on that product, right? That embossed text over there. So to emboss a text on your plastic product, actually we need to create a cut inside that mold, right? So in our model, how to emboss a text on a particular face or geometry, that we will learn with the help of wrap. Okay, no problem. I will repeat it for you. Fill pattern is very simple. You need two things: your feature, whatever feature you want to fill, and a boundary inside which boundary you want to fill, right? Then just go to the fill pattern, select your boundary over here, and select your feature over here. It will automatically arrange its arrangement. Then spacing and all that you can change from here. That I want to change the spacing 10 mm, angle also. Then these are the other patterns we have, right? So this value is in your scope, you can change it, right? Circular pattern also we have, then it okay. So this is our fill pattern. In the table pattern, now let me discuss this table pattern. So for example, I want a copy of this whole at particular positions. So first place your coordinate system. Origin over here, X should be here and Y should be here, and it is fine. Hit OK. So this is our coordinate system, right? Now go to the table pattern and here select your coordinate system, select your feature that I want to copy this thing, right? So extrude cut is selected, and these are the current coordinate of your object. See, in the X we have 100, in the Y we have 50. These are the current coordinate from this point. Now I want one copy at 25, 25. So see, one copy over here. Then one more copy at 50, 25. One more copy at 75, 25. So in this way, whatever coordinates you are providing, a copy will be placed over there. Then hit OK and you will get a copy like that, right? So this is our table pattern. So I hope that thing is clear now. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about wrap. And as I told you, wrap we generally use for embossing the text, right? Okay, it's a no problem. it's my job. Finish, and here we have a extrusion. Okay, so for example, I want to wrap something on this face, right? So we have a wrap tool, but for that we need a sketch, and your sketch you can create outside from your wrapping face, right? So here I will sketch on this face because it is a little away. If you don't have that type of face, then create one plane. So click on sketch on this face, control 8, and here we have, for example, one rectangle, right? So this is my sketch, and it is outside from this surface, right? Okay, now just go to the feature, click on the wrap, select this sketch and select this face. So the sketch will uh, paste your sketch on this face like a sticker. Whenever we are pro providing a sticker like this on the face, it will wrap it like this, right? So in this way it will work. Now here we have two options: emboss, sorry, three options: emboss, deboss and scribe. If you choose scribe over here and hit OK, so it will just create a split face. This face is different and this face is different, right? So this is like split face. But if you go with the emboss, this one emboss, then you need to provide thickness over here and hit OK. So whatever thickness you have provided, it will actually going to come out with that much value. And if you hit that other one, deboss, then whatever value you have written over here, thickness, it will going to cut that thickness, right? So same thing with the text. Let me create one more sketch. Control 8 and text. So this is my text and it is very tiny. So let me increase the font size to 10. Okay, we want bold text. Okay, now it is fine. Now take this point over here. So in this way, place your text and finish it. Now see, focus one, you need to remember one thing, that whenever you are having a text in your sketch, then select your sketch first, then go to the wrap. After wrap, you are not able to select your sketch from this, from the here, from the graphics, right? You have to go to your feature manager tree. So for that, first select your sketch, then go to wrap, right? Now I want emboss 2 mm and on this face. Okay, so see, this is my text, embossed text. Fine. Sir, what if the sketch exclude the parameter of the required face is that going to be wrapped? I won't get your question properly. Please write it again. Exclude the parameter of the required face is going to be wrapped. Okay. See here I have created one sketch, right, at this position, and then I only tell you one thing, that this text is not selectable from outside. So select your text first and then go to the wrap. Okay, so if you go to the wrap first, then you are trying to select this text, then it will not selectable. So now you have to select it from your feature manager tree, that this text I want to select like this. Now this face I want to wrap it and want to emboss 2 mm or 1 mm, whatever. Then hit OK. Sir, if the sketch is very large and one component to the parameter of wrapping face. Okay, let me try that. I haven't tried yet. Okay, so let me try that. Go to the sketch, double click on the text, and right. So like this. So finish it and see what we have. It's continuously wrapping it around.
Okay, sir. Overlapping.
Yes, it is overlapping.
Yeah, okay, sir.
See, started from here, then all the way go to around and then again come back to here. Okay. What are those wrap methods? So these are the 3 wrap methods we have. Wrap methods here we have analytical and spline surface. So see, this is again a new topic, because if you have a lofted face, then actually we are not able to uh, provide this wrap function on that. but this thing is added. So if you have a lofted face, then you can use that wrap face on the spline surface, right? Or if you have surface, then also. And let me sketch it once. Let me try it for you. So on this face, you have to select this spline surface, right? If you want to wrap it, but it will create only scribe, not emboss, not deboss, right? Only scribe option is there. So that's why we have that wrap method. But in the older version, we have only wrap analytical. No methods are there. So that is not useful for our solid modeling. That's why I haven't show you. So I hope it is clear now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let me
Yes, sir.
discuss about your today's assignment. In your today's assignment, you have one flywheel, right? So with the revolve command, first create a flywheel. Then you have to do this thing. Create this portion and do a circular pattern of that. 6 copies, right? Create one hole and do circular pattern of that. So in this way, this your first part will be done. Then next we have some of the parts of here. See here also you have a circular pattern on the top. Then you can use mirror to create this bottom. Also circular pattern over here. So these are the examples of circular pattern, right? And also revolve feature. So here mainly you have one and two part. Then these are the revolve. This is again extruded revolve, revolve, revolve. So all of these are revolve tools. And this is just a hexagon with a circular pattern, right? So create one hole and do a circular pattern. So that's it. It's a quite easy assignment today.
Sir, in question number 2, there are various parts in this
Don't focus on this, my
single.
friend. Actually, this is
Okay, sir.
taken from the assembly drawing. This is taken from the assembly drawing, and this assembly carries 8 component. See, right?
Yes, sir.
But from this 8 component, on this page we have only 2 components over here. The next page is
So,
not given over here.
yes, sir. So, sir, only we make these two only. No
Yes.
need for the other components. Okay.
Uh,
And
when
also similar for the third one.
actually I don't know the format of this SolidWorks assignment. I haven't created that. Right. These are the assignment that not created by me. That's why I
Okay.
don't know. But if you want assembly drawings, then I will ask them, right? That what are the plannings for that and all, because next we are going to discuss about assemblies, right? So you all
Yes.
also need some components to assemble. Okay, so don't worry, and if you have any questions, then you can contact on this number. This number is also available in our video. Okay, that video we have on YouTube. Are you watching our introductory video, foundation videos?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So from that video you may get some preview. Actually, I don't know what you have watched, but I hope I have covered all of the things that you have seen in your preview, right? If is there anything missing, then you can ask me. Okay, because sometimes from my side it also may be some things that go out of my mind, and also I forgot to teach you or to tell you, then you can ask me. It is fine. Okay. And yes, are you comfortable with my teaching method?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then good.
Yes, sir, it's good.
Okay. How many classes do we have? Actually, our SolidWorks program is for the 10 days, and this is our 5th day. So next we have 5 more lectures. Okay, so you can write, see, whatever your review is, honestly, you can write it. Okay. If you have any complaint regarding me, you can tell me. If it is not going to solve, then you can type your review. Your review will read it by everyone, and your reviews are very valuable for us, right? So if you have any kind of problem regarding anything, okay, just review it. If you feeling something good, right, then review it that also. And if you have any kind of complaint, then review that also. Okay, but don't review only bad thing. If you like something, then also you have to review it. Fine, it is. Okay, so see you in our next class. So now if you have any question regarding our this new assignment, then you can ask me. Okay, no problem. So I'm going to end this class now. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
so see you on Saturday. Yes, Saturday we have our next class. Yes, so see you on Saturday, right? Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome all of you.